everyone, this is Eileen from Eileen Stuffs, and today we are going to be working my budget with my March 1st paycheck. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am a cash budgeter and stuffer here on YouTube, and I am working on paying off debt as well as building up an emergency and sinking fund. So if that is something that you're interested in and you haven't already, please consider subscribing below. All right, so we have our paycheck for March 1st. It was meh. Really still kind of low. Although looking ahead to my 15th paycheck, that one's going to be way better. I had to tell myself that last night when I was kind of going through the numbers that this one's going to be tight, but next check should ease the burden a little for the month of March. Let's look at what we have, and as always, I will zoom in. So we had our March 1st paycheck was $1,722. Oh, I don't know why I just wrote it that way, but okay. And then I have my roommate's check. That was, sorry, I kind of messed this up. Of course, I always try to like be perfect and I always mess up something, but it's okay. My roommate's check was, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, something told me bring white out and I did because I just totally messed this whole thing up. Well, we're getting off to a start. I just want to, it is pretty early in the morning. I'm doing this before I eat breakfast. So, or have had coffee. So I guess this is kind of Eileen pre-coffee and breakfast. Let's do that over again. Hey guys, we're going to work my budget. Let's figure out what I got paid. The first one was my paycheck. I can't even write it there. I'll just move this down a little. My paycheck was $1,722. My roommate's check was $938.96. Let's start there. And I am going to take $250 out for taxes from my check. Right, so we have 1,722 plus 938.96. So that equals $2,660.96. I'm going to minus $250 out of that, which is coming from my portion for estimated taxes. So that does leave me with $2,410.96. Plus, I did have some rollover in my bank of $152.68. So when we add that back in, and that leaves me with my $2,563.64. And that is what we're going to be working with today. Feels kind of low, but what did I... Oh, so last time I had 2,400 on February 1st. So one of the things I love about having a budget book is being able to kind of go back and see how were things different in previous months. January, it was 2,400. So we're actually about $100 up this time from what we've been dealing with the past few months. So that's good, but it's still going to be tight. Okay, and now we're about to spend all this money and bring it down to $0 because we are a zero-based budget. We are starting with, again, $2,563.64. And now we're about to bring that down to a zero. So let's get that on the calculator. Rent is $1,470.41. So that does bring me down to $1,093.23. Our electric bill is a little bit lower than last month, but still kind of high. I'm kind of excited for spring and summer to come just because a lot of these utility bills go down. So it's nice to kind of watch them drop. That leaves me with $991.25. And the gas bill, again, it went down a little from last month, but still really high. It was $184.37. Brings us down to $806.88. Then our water bill, that one pretty much stays consistent. It was at $76.13. That brought us down to $730.75. We do not pay internet with this check. I just always add, the internet doesn't come out till the 20 something, but I always add it here because I need to get my roommate's portion. But I'm just gonna skip. My phone bill is higher than it should be, especially, I don't know. I need to look at my phone bill and see if I can get this lowered. I don't even have unlimited data, and I'm like, what am I paying for here? It is $106.87. When we pay it, it's $623.88. And my health insurance was $50.70. That brings me down to $573.18. Then I do have one credit card that's $30, so that was $543.18. And then my student loans were $86.58, so that is $456.60. My violin rental is $33. That brings me down to $423.60. And I am going to make a Snowball payment. And then I'm doing okay with gas right now, but I am going to set aside, I don't even actually think I need to set aside $50 in gas, actually, now that I think about it. I think gas has went down a little and that's been making a difference. So I think I'm going to drop that to 30. I feel like I still have a little under half a tank. So 30 might be enough to top me off before my next paycheck. Let's just do 30. And that brings me down to $373.66. I do need to minus out the $22.50 from this because that's for the internet. I need that to stay in the bank. That brings me down to $351.10. Okay, so again, it's not the best. Doesn't really leave anything for stuffing. But I'm just gonna peek back so last month it was only $255, and then the month before, January, it was $258. So again, we're kind of staying with that theme. We're still low, but we're about $100 up from what we have been, which is great. So if I could live off of the little amounts, I should be able to be okay here. I think part of what's happened for me the past few months is I have become more comfortable with having less money in my checking account. And I guess that's growth for me, because I think part of a zero-based budget is to make sure every dollar has a purpose and bringing it down to zero, trying to account for everything. I think all of last year I really loved to have that $300 left in my account as a buffer, but I've gotten more and more comfortable scaling that back. And so I think my new plan is to go between $150 and $200 as a buffer and take more out in cash. So I'm going to try that today, stepping out of my comfort zone a little, but I think when it comes to finances, I need to, because I just want this situation to move on, progress, get better. And I think part of that's going to be me facing my fears. I'm tempted to keep between just $150, but I'm going to leave $200. And the reason why is I actually have my Synthroid prescription to fill. It's actually there ready for me to pick up. It's $99. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see really quick what I have saved, and then whatever is left I need to keep in my checking account. So what does medical have right now? We had 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out now because I am going to go. I want to pick up that today. So 99 minus 54. What do we need to save for medicine? So I need about 45 in the bank. So yeah, that actually comes out to 200. If I leave 150 in the bank and I account for an extra 50 for my I know it's $5 more, but extra 50 for medicine, that does bring me up to 200 in rollover. So in bank, I'm gonna keep 200, and that pretty much just leaves the rest, which is $150, $110. Okay. And I'm not going to stuff any envelopes. I didn't think I was going to. I kind of knew I would just be pulling from envelopes, but we have food and home. And I think really the big ones I've been stuffing these days are just food and home and miscellaneous. 150, 110. So I'm going to say that 110 is just realized two things. One, I'm going to be going to the bank and just going to the ATM. So I actually need an even number. I need to keep 160. And there was that extra $5 there. So new plan. So here we go, messing up again. And yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to some coffee. So 350, 110 minus 160. Because I can't take out 10 cents from an ATM machine. I don't know what I was thinking there. So that leaves me with 191.10. It's completely fine, because once the 40 comes out, that'll still give me a little under 150 for rollover. I think that's fine. And it makes it a little bit easier to manage this. So 160, I'm going to do 140 for food and groceries. Now gives me about $70 for this week, and next week miscellaneous will just get a 20. This will be put towards my medicine. And I guess that is it for the budget. Once again, short and sweet. I'm no saving. It's just kind of just feeling grateful that I have what I need to pay my bills and survive. As I always say, and it just always feels so true to me every time I do this, and that is the beautiful thing about budgeting per paycheck for me is that it's only for that paycheck. When your next paycheck comes, the deal's off, you get to start over, start fresh. So I don't ever do like a month in advance budgeting type thing. I mean, I think I know what my bills are for the month, but I've broken them down per paycheck. And it's just, it always helps me to know, okay, this is pretty rough right now, but you know what? It's literally temporary. It's only for 2 weeks. Next round's going to be a little better. And then I think that helps kind of get me through. Okay, you guys, I hope that you are having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.